Right, so we'll check our audio and video settings there, my friends. So check, microphone check, testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. We'll check our audio and video. There we go, my friends. We have audio and video. So, my friends, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is safe and well. I'm going to do something a little bit different today, I think. Basically, I have a mod here by a person by the name of JFL Modding. So he is on Facebook. Okay. So if you want to go to Facebook, JFL Modding, and you scroll down, and he has a link down here to his 6 days ago, JFL Modding, PC release only, Kenworth K100 farm truck. And he has all the various features, and he has a media fire link. So if you want to click on that particular link there, my friends, you can get it directly from him, you know, the file. I guess I'll probably just post the link in the chat. So give me a second to do that, you know, so you can get it directly from him. There you go, JFL Modding. So fortunately, I don't use Facebook, right? I have a Discord, but I don't use Facebook. So I kind of wanted to, it's an interesting mod. It's a good quality mod, but there's a few little issues with it. So basically, I'm kind of doing this stream to kind of reach out and make contact with JFL Modding, and maybe we can work together to maybe solve some of these issues and stuff like that. So look, I have the original file here, right? So the original file is the Kenworth K100 farm. It's 187 megabytes, right? So I unzip that, okay? It's a large file, but there is a lot in it, right? I'm going to delete that. So what I do with all my mods, anything I download, I run it through Giant's Test Runner, right? So we'll do that. So this will kind of give you an idea if there's any issues, errors, does it comply with, you know, the various requirements of, you know, the mod hub. You know, the Giant's Test Runner is a very good tool to test issues, errors, problems with mods. Now, so you can already see there are some issues here, right? So we've got a parser, line with backslash. So basically, if you look kind of here, right? So the backslashes, see the backslashes? They're not correct, right? So this is in the actual i3D file, right? So, like if I was to load this up here, which one is it again? So this is the farm bin. So we'll open up the farm bin. So this Giant's Editor 9. Okay, I will look around. So if you can look over here, my friends, look, you can actually see the backslash is incorrect here, look. So it says it's a forward slashing instead of a backslash, right? So basically that's why this error is showing up here, right? Because the you know, it's not mapped properly. Now it's easy to fix, you know what I mean? You could just go like that, you know, and fix it. Or like that, whatever. So is that working there? No, it's not. So basically what you would have to do here. Right, so here's the texture file, look. So the backslashes aren't correct. So in order to fix that, you'll go in there and you would find the bin. So where is the bin? Bin specular. Bin specular. Right. So now that's fixed. See that? Look. So bin specular. And then down here, he has this remapped to textures default normal. Right. So I can show you what that one is. So it's this file here, default normal. Right. Okay. Now you're wasting file size. Right, so that's basically, you know, I mean, this is a very, very small size file, you know, it's only 296 bytes, but what you should really do is you should remap and find the base scale FS22 file, all right, army similar to data, shared, default normal, okay. So what you're doing then is basically you're remapping these files, right? So you're saving file size and you're remapping them to the, you know, the FX22 base game files. That's kind of that's kind of what I have been doing on my end is attempting to fix up this i3D file. So you have all these. So you have these parser with the backslash. So these are all errors here. You go down. You have texture file size warnings. So they're very, very large files here. 21.33 megabyte. They really don't need to be that large. So if we go back to the Kenworth K100, we look at this file here, 1.33 detailed spec. That's 2048. So it's a 4 megabyte file. That's 170. What am I looking for again? No, oh, wrong bloody thing, Richard. We're checkered specular. Where is checkered specular? ABC. AB. Here it is, look. So this is a 21.3 megabyte file. This is 4096, right? So that's it there, right? Now, it doesn't need to be that large. It really doesn't, you know. So what I did in my end, I can do a couple of things. I can reduce the size to 2048, right? I could go that way. Or I can just try and save the file again. So what happens if I keep it the way it is? So this is a DXT5 file, right? Now I can generate bitmaps or not generate bitmaps. If I don't generate bitmaps, the file will be smaller. Refresh. And now it's 16 megabytes. So you see the difference in the file size, right? So what I could do now again is, as I said, if I wanted to make it smaller, I can make it 2048, right? So that is kind of to comply with kind of, a Giant's kind of what they expect file sizes to be, So what I'm trying to attempt to do here is get rid of the warnings, all right? So all this stuff here, look, texture file size warning, right? All these here. So I've redone all these files. So once again, you have files here, you have invalid compression. They're using DXT3, so obviously Giants will require DXT1 or DXT5, right? You go down the list. We have wrong compression, excess channels, missing MIP maps. Not too concerned about that. The Kenworth logo. So I'll show you this one here. So the Kenworth logo here. So this is 400 by 400, right? So it's not the correct size that Giants wants, right? So what I did in this particular file here, I did it by 512 by 512, okay? And that will fix it, all right? All right. So all this stuff is kind of just easy to keep. So it has some XML warnings here. These are all the unused files. Now, most of these files are actually used, but because of the backslash error, they're showing up as unused files. Look. And then you go down, and then we have down here, look, we have the, so these are basically the poly count of the individual i3D files, all right? So if I show you this, so basically, if you look at the K100S here, right? So the K100S its poly count is 755,143. Now, this doesn't really bother me, right? If you're on PC, this doesn't really matter. So, the poly count sizes don't really matter to me, But there is a warning here that definitely needs to be, taken a look at and stuff, So I'm just looking through it here. So basically what I did was I made my own version of this particular file, right? So you saw the test runner log here. Okay, I'll go down through it. Let's take a look down here again. So there is there's an error here. So there's a faulty i3D file in the grouper. What else is there? So basically what I did was I have my own version of this particular file, right? So let me show you the kind of the file structure here. Look, this is the original file, what it looked like. Okay. So you have all the i3D files, you have the XML files, and all that type of thing. So what I do is I made my own version of it, and I've kind of cleaned it up. So all the i3D files are here. All right. You have your sound file. All your textures are here. All right. Your XMLs. Okay. So basically, the original file was 187 megabytes. I've been able to reduce that to 141 megabytes. Okay. And if I run that file through, okay, so you can kind of see the difference. So in order to reduce the file size, I've taken bitmaps off all of these DDS files. Right? So these ones, they have no bitmaps applied. When you apply bitmaps, you increase the file size. Right? So that's why there's no missing bitmaps. Or there is missing bitmaps, I should say. All right, you go down through the list. So you can see, look, there's no errors there, look, down here. So so you still have the issue with the poly count of the individual i3ds. But you don't really, if you're on PC, you don't really have to worry about that too much, right? But I still do have this error here, which is the cube map. So we have a editor error cube 004 doesn't have all required vertex attributes for material needle. And if I go in here, so it's in the K100. For some reason, it's only in the K100. I don't know why it's only in the K100. It's not in the semi version. So let me find where it actually is. So here it is. Look, cube 004. Right, so that's it there. So basically, it's this i3D element here. It's throwing an error. And what I've noticed is, so these are part of the dashboard. All right. So what I've noticed is the K100, none of the dashboard dials and all the dials and stuff like that, none of them work, right, on the K100, but they do work on the K100S, and they're essentially the same bloody file and stuff like that. So basically, I kind of wanted to, I'm doing this kind of video to kind of make touch base with JFL modding, see can we get it fixed, and see what the issue is. So these are all your dials here, right? So these all move. They're all animated. When you're in game and stuff like that. But they don't work for me. So unless I introduce something, I don't know. So let me kind of show you what the pack kind of looks like. If my bloody thing will connect, that is. Why won't my Xbox controller connect? What's going on there? Hold on a second, people. My Xbox controller is dead. Oh, because it's not plugged in properly. That's what, you idiot. There we go. Now it is. There we go. So it's a very interesting mod, though. It's a good quality mod, It's also, this is obviously a Kenworth truck, right? But what's interesting about it, it's an Australian version of the Kenworth truck, which basically means that the steering wheel is on the, it's kind of the way it is in the UK and Ireland, It's on the other side, So this is kind of my version of it, right? So this is my kind of cleaned up version of the mod that I did, and kind of did my own thing with it. But it's a very, very nice mod, though. He's done a good job with it. So as you can see here, look, you can see the error in the log file. Error cube 12 doesn't have all required vertex attributes for material needle, or neddle, Neddle. But other than that, it's absolutely clean. So the actual the log is absolutely fine other than that. So this thing has a Pallet autoload specialization as well, kind of built into it. So we're going to take a look at the mod and see what it's like. So let's just go back down to the bottom here. Right, let's take a look at the various shop options of this. So basically, this is a stream capture or a display capture. This is not a game capture. Just be aware of that. So one of the things I've added the wheel brands here. So I made a brand EDS file for Alcoa, and I made it for Spider. Right? So Alcoa would be the rims. Look, so these are Spiders, and these are Alcoas. So when you change the brand, it changes. Right? That's your object changer. You have the bull bar design on the front here. You have bumper 1, so you have bumper 2, bull bar 1, bull bar 2. So you have various object changes here. Right. So I don't know what I'm going to go with. Let's just go with that. Then you have another option here. We have a so this is a I guess a 6-wheel version, but a dual wheels. Right. So you can have it a twin steering, so both of the front tires will turn. So you can do that like that. So we'll leave it like that. Visor. So you have the visor up here. So you can change the visor on this thing. 3 different designs or 2 different designs, whatever. So we go with that one. Exhaust. We have small. We have a small 45 angle, and then we have the big. So it's kind of 3 options there. Right. Oh, very nice. I'm going to go with that one. So then you have the cabin, then you can add a kind of a cabin plus flare. So I've renamed kind of all these options to kind of the way I wanted it. Cabin plus stripes, cabin with stripes plus flares, and then plain cables. So that's kind of the maximum one. So once you select this option, you'll get various other options kind of appear, especially on the colors and that type of thing. Engine setup. So we have a 3408 cat, which is 485 horsepower. We have a 550 horsepower version, 600 horsepower, 750. So basically, obviously, when you go up in horsepower, there's a different torque scale for each configuration. So he's adjusted each one. I've got a blank entry here, and I haven't been able to figure out why this is here. So Pallet autoload, right? So there's something there, but there's nothing. I would have thought this would be Pallet autoload on off or yes or no, but I'm getting nothing here. It's just there's nothing changing. So I don't know what's going on with that thing. And then we have the color options. So I've set these to the so there's your main body there. That's a nice, I don't know, burgundy kind of color, I guess. So he's got some custom colors in here basically. There's some very nice ones as well. Look. So you can kind of swap it up. There's a kind of a black one. So these are all his kind of custom colors that he's kind of put in there. That's a nice one. Look at that one. It's kind of a satin orange, I guess, with a little bit of metallic in it. Secondary color. Let's find something that stands out so we can see what the hell it is. So that's that there. Let me just check that. It is just so that little piece on the front there. Alright, so you can change that one. I don't know. Let's go for something flashy just to kind of, people can identify it. So we'll leave it at that. Stripes main color. So you can change the stripes in this thing. So put that one there. So you can kind of see it there. Let's go for purple. And we have the stripes outer color. So you can change that one as well. So you can kind of see it there, look. So, Tony Miff, how are you, sir? How are things? Hope you're doing well, sir. Thank you for tuning in. So that's kind of the outer stripes. There's a good amount of customization. It's not overbearing. You're not faced with 700,000 options. I know some people don't like too many options. Depends on the mod, really. So if I go to Spider, right? So this is where your color options will come in for so the color options are linked to the Spider, I think. So where are we going? No. So you can change the rims on this, I believe. Secondary color. Yeah, so it changes this piece here, and it changes the rims. Look. There we go. That's better. Look, right? So you can see it there. Right. And then, as you said, you have the rim colors as well on this thing. Right. So that's kind of that one. So what I had to do was I had to go in. So see all these lights. All these things have their own files associated with them. So in order to kind of reduce the file size, I basically remapped them to the FS22 versions, right? So all the lights have their own, normal and specular maps and V masks and that type of thing. So, in order to reduce the original file size to get it a little bit more smaller and manageable, I remapped basically every single thing in the original i3D file. And that's how I was able to kind of reduce the overall size of the mod. So this is a Kenworth with an autoload, right? So you can obviously custom sounds as well. The beeper on that is not very good. I can barely hear it. The horn. The engine is a little bit higher up. Let me check my settings and see what I have my stuff here. Volume master. So I have it at 70%. So yeah, the horn is it's you can barely hear it basically. So that needs to be fixed. I don't know why that is like that. I do like the engine default engine sound though. I think the reverse speed is a little bit slow as well at 9 mph. So these are smokers. So you were talking about the the jake brake in the engine. See that option there, Tony? Jake brake on, engine brake on. The file I sent you again has fixed that. That was my error. I hadn't the XML set correctly, so if you grab the latest file, that'll actually fix that. So it brakes way too fast. Watch this. Look. Watch the brake force in this thing. Let's get up to speed first. See how fast that brakes? That's way too harsh. It's way too strong. So let me try this again. I think the engine sounds need some work. There's like a delay between the gear shifting, and again the sounds are not that loud. So I think there's a lot of work to do in the sound XML. So I turned on the jake brake now. Right, so that's kind of that one there. Now let me show you in cab. Right, so this is the so once again this is a Australian truck, right? So that's why the if you look at the base game, trucks, right? I don't know. So look, it's on that side, right? Right. But this is on the right hand side, which is basically the way it is in UK and Ireland. And as again, this is an Australian truck, so that's the reason for that. So this is kind of the interior of the cabin here, right? Okay. Now, if I turn on the engine, right, none of the dials work, right? Look, none of them are animated. The lights will come on, right? So this is me turning on the lights here, so you can see the, the emissive lights there. But if I drive off, none of the dials work, so that's a problem. It's only with the flatbed version. That's the thing I don't understand. I don't understand why it's only the flatbed version. So this is as a autoload, pallet autoload script kind of built into it. So we'll go and get some pallets next, and we'll take a look at that one. So yeah, I think the sound XML needs to be completely reworked. I think the gears and the gear changes, the motorized section of the XML, I think that needs a lot of work. Because as you can see, you can't even really hear the bloody engine on this thing, look. That's what it sounds like at full speed. That's the Jake brake there. So yeah, the Jake brake does work now. See the difference? See the way all the dials and everything work in this, look? Smooth this out of the way here. Right, let's get the other version so we can kind of show you what the difference is. So this is the semi version, right? Okay. Right, let me get rid of some stuff here. No, god damn it. See the difference? Look, watch the dials, look. I don't know why that is. Turn on the engine, the dials don't move or work. See the difference? So everything in this works, look. As I said, I don't know if it's, I checked the original file. The original, zip file that JFL modding uploaded to MediaFire. And it's the same. It's the same issue. The semi version works fine, but the trailed version or this version doesn't work. I don't know why. So there's this is a pack, right? So it comes with a pack. So it's the Kenworth K100 pack, right? So you get the kind of the trailer version, right? You get the semi version, but you have different options, if that makes sense, right? You get a farm trailer. You get this trailer with it, right? So we kind of explain what this is about, and then you get some kind of attachments. We get a grain bin, all right? We get a coal grouper. So this is like an auger type thing, right? Okay, and then we get a flexi end tank, which basically does herbicide, liquid fertilizer, and water, right? So the pallet autoload specialization. So I've been trying to figure out how these. So I'm not very familiar with autoload, right? So let me kind of get you like some of this stuff, right? Okay, so these are just base game stuff. So enable autoload. You press B. So, and the tension belts go on automatically, which is a very nice feature. I like that. See that? Look, so it goes on. There's sounds associated with it as well. See? That's cool. That's nice. So you can fit up to 32 pallets on this. And then you can obviously unload it with I. So it puts it there. So then you have the kind of the different types. If I get these ones, all right, these are A little bit weird. You would think that these are all Euro pallets, but apparently they're not. They're different. So I want to see what will load on this one. So as you can see, it says Euro pallet. So I'm trying to see, can I get the number up here? So if you drive up beside it, it will actually tell you how many are going to load up. So that's just 5. Go back. There we go. Right. Now, let's see, can I load these bloody things? Enable autoload. So only one of them went down for some bloody reason. I don't know why. So I'm going to unload that again. So now what I need to do is I need to change it to a different type of pallet type. So we have Euro pallet, liquid tank, big pallets, big bag pallets, big bags, Euro pallet overload. So that's what I'm looking for, right? So now I have to enable the, see that, look? So I don't know why the in-game pallets are different. I thought they'd all be the same, but they're not. So in order to to auto load these ones, you have to set the it correctly. So if I go to this one, will this load? So let's no, that won't go. So it's not Euro pallet, look. So now I have to change it again. Euro pallet. Now I can hit the B. There we go. See? So there are different types of pallets basically in game. There's also some problems with the truck in terms of its get up and go, if that makes sense. It doesn't have enough juice, in my opinion, to to get going. I think once again, I think that's an issue with the gears. The way the gears are set up in the motorized section of the XML. So if we look here, we will go some bales. I don't know what we're going to get here. Just get 8 of them. So once again, you have to set the correct type here. So we have to set Z. So we have to find the bale types. Liquid tank, big bag pallets, big bags, Euro pallet overload, round cotton bale, round bale, square bale, so it's probably going to be under square bales, right? But what size are these bales? I think they might be, let me see when they load. That's not working. So, disable auto load. Big bag pallets, round bales, square bales. Surely it's this one. I don't know, it's not loading that one. Right, let's try something else. That's just a hay bale. Square bale 120. So I wonder what size these bales are. Doesn't say. Disable auto load. Let's see. Ah, I see. Hold the phone. Whoa! Why is that? Whoa! There we go. I had the wrong size. There we go. So it's the square bale 180. That's what it is. So now I can unload these. So just put them down there. So let's see, can I load these ones up? So Y again. B. No, it's not doing that one. So disable autoload. 220s, so we'll enable it again. Square bales, it's not doing that one. Disable. 240. Ah, they're 240s. There we go. Right. So yeah, autoload. I mean, I just wish this would all be automatic. You know what I mean? So this pallet autoload specialization, while it is very nice, you know, it's kind of counterintuitive. You know, you should just be able to drive up to the bloody whatever pallet, whatever type. You know what I mean? Whatever base game thing you want to just, you know, drive up to it, and it should automatically load. You shouldn't have to mess around with enable, disable, select the correct type. You know, that type of thing. So it's just a pain in the ass, basically. So I've checked all of this stuff here. Everything works, right? And it has the reverse light as well. No reverse light sound though. So I'd add that into the mod as well. You know, the reverse light sound. I'd add that in. So you've got 3 stages of light. You've got a burst, which kind of these little running lights, I guess, and it's got some at the side as well. Look. So all the lights are working on it. The second stage then is those ones, and then the third stage are these ones, which are kind of these lights here. So these are obviously LEDs, look. Super bright. Another thing I noticed about the mod, so if you look underneath here, my friends, there's an engine built inside, right? And you can actually see the fan inside there. So there's an engine fan here. Fortunately, it doesn't spin. It has no animation associated with that. So another thing for JFL modding, maybe he could add the animation to get this fan spinning. If that engine fan is a separate i3D element, it's basically just adding an animation to it. You know, you could use other mods to give you the guide, as it were, to, you know, see how other mods have done it. You know, with the spinning engine fan. That's another way you could, you know, use other mods as guides. So in the pack, as again I said, you get this trailer, right? So this is a farm trailer, okay. Once again, very nice. Again, Australian trailer. So we have Alcoa and Spider, okay. So once again, this pallet autoload thing is just invisible. As I said, I don't know if this is maybe, you know, yes, no, on or off, but there's nothing showing here whether I can turn it on or off. Once again, you can do the kind of the colors on this thing. So that's kind of the frame. So that's kind of the inner hub there, and then the rim color would be self-explanatory, really. So as far as I know, this hooks up to this. Does. So you have a so there's a move support here. So let me show you this. So this thing here, that's a move support, right? Okay. All the connection points and connection hoses are hooked up, which is very nice, good stuff. But again, if I show you this, so he has added a sound associated with the move support going up and down, which is good. At least on the down. So I would take a look at that JFL modding and maybe have the upper and lower movement have sounds associated with it. Yeah, nice animation on that as well. So there's your two trailers, right? Now, then the next part of it is these three things. Now, I'm a bit weirded out and confused by these things. I was talking to Tony about this. It's a little bit weird the way he has it set up. All right. So you've got these three here. So the flex tank holds 10,000 liters of herbicide, liquid fertilizer, or water, but it doesn't show up here. So that it doesn't actually display, you know, what it holds. This thing then holds seed, fertilizer, and lime, I believe, right? And this is a bulk trailer, 25,000 liters. It holds everything, right? Now, originally, again, the modder had these set to the weight of these things here. He had them set to 100 kilograms, which I thought just was ridiculously low. So basically, I've set each of these to 1 ton each, right? Okay. So what you do then is, it's a little bit weird. I mean, you would think that those three pieces of equipment would go onto the back of this, right? It's like a semi, right? So that's kind of the way I originally, when I was looking over this mod, I thought to myself, oh, well, I just, you know, reverse backwards and I'll hook up to these little attachment thingies. But as I can show you, it doesn't quite work like that. Oh, whoa! That's the jailbreak. Holy shit. Right, so that's kind of the way I thought it would go together. You know what I mean? And you get the prompt to, you know, connect up the tank or whatever, but it doesn't work like that. So what you have to do is this. So it's the trailer that actually does the kind of the hooking up, as it were. So you can marvel at my amazing reverse driving skills here. So we get the attacher. So you can kind of see it there. Look, so and she's hooked down with the chains, and there's a few little other pieces that go on it as well. Look, you get these little pieces here. So that's kind of what that is. So you can open the cover, obviously. You can put the pipe out, and there are sounds associated with these animations. So what would you put in there? You know, seed and fertilizer, basically. We'll just test it with lime. Fairly certain it said lime. Yeah, it's an auger wagon it kind of acts as. See it there, filling up. So there's an auger in there. I assume that auger will spin once you start unloading it. I mean, I would hope so. So let's get something else just quickly. Is there anything with a kind of an auger built in or something, or a trailer built in? Not that I can think of. What am I looking for? Right, let's just get a small trailer. We don't need anything crazy. Love this little riggy track. It's awesome. Do wish we had more electric equipment giants. Oh shit. Okay. God dang it. Oh, shite! Where am I going? Where am I going? So there's no collision on that thing either. There we go, look. Oh, it automatically unloads as well. Look at that, that's awesome. So I didn't have to do shit, it just automatically put it out. I wonder if that's a feature of the bloody thing. get something else. Let's get the Vario. And let's get a bigger trailer. There we go. So yeah, it's a nice pack, you know. It's got some good stuff in it, you know. There's just a few little, you know, issues. So as far as I can tell, this mod was it's definitely from Farming Simulator 19 and it's been ported to 22. But I think it's older than that. You know, I actually think it's from FS17. You know. Piping, close cover. So, where is my why can't I move the bloody thing? Oh, it's empty. That's why, you idiot. So yeah, that's kind of that one. That's that implement there. So you know, it basically acts as an auger wagon. This thing. Seed, fertilizer, lime, right? He's done a good job with this. You know, it's just a little bit weird how he has it set up, if that makes sense, you know. It's got the chains on it as well, look. And it's even got the pump on it. See that, look? So that's, I think, 20,000 litres, that one. Now, obviously, if you wanted to, you could adjust the various capacities of these pieces of these tools. Why the hell can't I? I don't know. I can't bloody. Why can't I select the other piece of equipment? Yeah, I cannot select the bloody other thing. Select next to. Ah! Hold on a second. Select next to. I don't know. It will not allow me to select the bloody thing in the back now for some reason. Why can't I select that? So how do I disable it? I don't know. I cannot bloody detach this trailer. It's not allowing me to select, you know, detach or select the implement. What the hell? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on there. Try that again. So we're going to go for the semi version this time. So it'll hook up to both the semi version and it'll hook up to the trailer version. There we go. Now, does the connection hose attached to this? They don't. And there are no connection hose points on the back of this. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder why that is. So yeah, the semi version and the trail version are quite different. You know, they're set up differently by the you know, the modder, you know. No, connect. God damn it. See, now I got the bloody option, look. I don't know what happened with the other one. So now we can hook up to the tank here as well. Let's see what this one looks like. Look at that, chat. That's it. That is some impressive driving skills right there, my friends. Impressive stuff. So yeah, herbicide. Once again, look, it's got the little, he's added this thing on the back, look. The pump and that type of thing. And it's hooked up to the back of it as well, look. So that's pretty cool. And the chains and all that type of thing. So you can unload that. All right, now let's go get some juice water. You can hear that jake brake going. Whoa! Again, I really think the the sound XML and the motorized section of the XML needs to be adjusted. So yeah, water. So herbicide, liquid fertilizer, and water this thing holds. I hear that bloody gear changing. Whoa! Detach that one. And then the last one should be self-explanatory. This is basically just a, like a bulk trailer type thing. Holds 25,000 liters. Holds all your, your standard crop types. Oh! Who put that bloody thing there? God damn it. So yeah, look, filling with lime at the moment. And that's that one. And it discharges up the back here. Let's see how she discharges actually. Let's buy this field here. So I can now unload. Right, so listen to this, right? So you have this thingy here, right? So this thing here, right? Okay. So there should be an FS22 sound scheme associated with that, right? Because these are all individual pieces. So you couldn't hear anything, right? So once again, if you listen to like an in-game one, even with the class one, you have to see the kind of the difference. So if I unload this one, you can hear the kind of the FS22 sound scheme. Hear the difference? Look. So there's your metal piece here, look. So these are all individual pieces here, look. They're like 3 or 4 separate pieces. Hear those sounds? So basically, this trailer should have those sounds. Look, you can see that piece here. That's 1, 2. So there's 1, 2, 3. There's like 4 separate pieces there. Look. So yeah, hopefully JFL modding can add the FS22 sound scheme for all these moving pieces, and use existing mods to give him the kind of the idea or whatever, or just replicate what's in other mods. You could just copy and paste various sections of the moving parts of the XML, the sound schemes. But other than that, you know, it is a it's a nice pack. You know, the truck itself is you know, it's good quality. You know, you have the connection hoses up here. So let me get a semi trailer. So I don't know what can we can get this one, the Wilson. Let's see what this feels like when it's hooked up to this. Come on, truck. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. And we have all the connection hoses as well. Look, so they all hook up there. Very nice. This is a base game trailer. So, you know, the Kenworth truck, it is a good quality mod. There are some issues, and I think a lot of it is to do with the, you know, obviously Farming Simulator 19 and 22 are two, quite, you know, they're quite different, you know, in terms of mods and modding, you know. So there is still a lot of work to do, in my opinion, by the original modder to properly port it to FS22. You know? There's certain little issues, you know. But overall, it's a very good mod pack. And if you're a fan of Kenworth, you know, this is a nice truck, nice quality model, you know. You know, I don't, excuse me, I don't have anything massively negative to say about the you know, the actual 3D model. It's just the conversion process needs to be, it just needs a little more attention to detail, let's put it like that. So you can see the engine in there, you know. As I said, you know, I'm fairly certain that the engine in here, that engine fan can spin. I'm fairly certain it could. Just needs to add the animation to it. But overall, the actual mod itself is pretty good. It's a big file size, you know. It's 100 well, my file size is 141 megabytes. The original JFL one is 187. So as I said, you know, I posted the link to his Facebook page. You can download the mod yourself. He has a MediaFire link there. Download the mod, check it out, see what you think. You know, maybe get in touch with the JFL modding on his Facebook and say, you know, give him a link to this video. I'd be happy to talk with him and you know, maybe we could collaborate and maybe we could bring it up to, you know, FS22 standards and improve the mod, because I think it's a very good mod. You know? Otherwise I wouldn't be showing it off, or otherwise I wouldn't have spent the last 3 days doing my own version of the mod if I didn't think it was good, you know. Very, very fussy when it comes to mods. So another little thing I think should be added to this mod. So you have these, see these antennas, you know? I think there should be an animation in these, so when you move around, you know, they're static, as far as I can tell, are they? So yeah, they're static. There is no swing or suspension to these these antenna. It would be nice if that was implemented into the mod. That shouldn't be too hard to do. It's definitely something you could add to it. Definitely going to have to fix the dashboard on the trail version. The trail version is not working. At least it isn't for me. See that? Look. So when I turn on the engine on the trail version, those dials do not work. That one does. I don't know why that is. I haven't been able to figure it out. So hopefully, you know, JFL can maybe take a look at that and address that. They're essentially the same, you know, 3D models, you know. So I don't know why one works and one doesn't. But overall, it's a very good pack. You know, I like it quite a lot. You know, the Kenworth, this Kenworth pack. If you're a fan of Kenworth trucks, I would definitely check it out. You know, it's got some nice features. You know, nice options. Nothing overwhelming. You know, but yeah, check it out yourselves. See what you guys think of it. You know, and you know, maybe you know, if you're able to fix some of the issues that I kind of pointed out, you know, get in touch with me. I am on Discord. So there you go, my friends. That's kind of it for me, really. We've been streaming now for an hour. You know, hopefully you guys maybe learned or entertained or educated or whatever, you know, or not. But yeah, that's kind of it for me, my friends. So listen, thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And God willing, we shall see you again in the next one, whenever that may be. But for right now, take care. Bye bye.